an introduction to Pitta Dosha. So Pitta Dosha is all about fire. It is the dosha in the body made up of fire and water element. And so this is what is responsible for digestion in the body. So if you think every part of the digestive process that has to do with stomach acids, with enzymes, with transforming something that is not us, some food, into us, into our body. All of that is thanks to Pitta, right? That we can somehow eat an apple, right? And this becomes our nails, our eyes, our hair. As well, anything that has to do with metabolism is also Pitta Dosha. Because really metabolism, what is it? It's digestion happening at a more cellular level. So it's the cell's intelligence determining how it takes in nutrients, how it uses it, and then also what is not useful to the cell. So sort of this discernment is also very Pitta. If we then look at that at a more psychological level, that discernment, well, that has to do with criticism to some degree. It has to do with being able to judge whether something is or is not good for you, whether something serves you or does not serve you. So that's actually a very useful skill when in balance. Discernment is a very, very useful, healthy skill to have. And even that processing, that discernment is also Pitta. It's Pitta in our brain and our mind. So being able to digest visual information, digest auditory information, digest taste, and understand, put together a picture of the world, all of that is thanks to Pitta. But when Pitta gets out of balance, this same fire can then lead to irritation at a physical or emotional level. It can also lead to inflammation in the joints, in the skin, in the eyes, in the digestive tract, anywhere in the body. So anywhere that you would see red in the body, extra red, when the inflammation comes about is because of Pitta. And at an emotional level, this leads to irritability, anger, excess judgment or criticism, mental habits like perfectionism, things having to be exactly a certain way. This is Pitta when it's a little too rigid. So today we'll practice creating a sanctuary for you within your own mind, within your own body. All of our poses will either be seated or laying down, which is why you have these pillows. When it comes to using Ayurvedic and practices and yoga practices to balance Pitta, we need to focus on balancing its heat, its excess intensity. And especially a lot of Pitta folks, people who have a lot of Pitta or have come to a Pitta imbalance have done so either because their mind is really intense and they think they have to do it all and get it all done and now. So they have this never-ending to-do list of ambitions, or, I see you smiling now, or they like to go very hard or very intense when it comes to working out. They search for that intensity through their activities. And if not through their activities, through their relationships, oftentimes. It's almost like they need to fill that somewhere. So we work to balance with more cooling practices. A lot of yoga practices out there in the world today being shared are actually very heating. Vinyasa is a very heating practice. Hot yoga is extremely heating. And this is actually where you find a lot of Pitta folks, once again, searching for that intensity. But there are practices like yin, like restorative, and even more traditional hatha that is actually much more slow paced and to some extent forest, right? Obviously the abdominals are very heating. We have a whole hot part within forest yoga, but there's a way to deal with the poses and be in poses that actually is much more gentle on your body. And instead of about being in the physicality of the pose, it is more about feeling internally in the pose. That's a much more cooling way to be in a pose. Instead of giving it 120% effort, bringing your effort in to nourish yourself, to nourish your tissues. Helps heal that wound of discernment. Tico.
Tico.
Okay. So let's get started. 3 possible leg positions. Either sitting cross-legged or crossing left knee over right thigh so that the shin comes to touch right thigh. You don't need to jam foot back. You don't need to have knee over other knee. Or Agni Stambhasana, shoelace, ankle over thigh. You choose. Bring right fingertips out about 18 inches to the right of the right hip. Inhale, reach left arm up. Reach up from the armpit. Exhale, lower the palm of right hand down, side bend to the right. Inhale, expand your breath down to your belly button. Exhale, bring right shoulder down, away from right ear. Inhale, reach your wrist further away. So relax your forehead. Its weight down. Neck release. Reach left hand up. And hover left hand above the ground towards your left. About 1 or 2 feet. If you have a lot of tension in the left side of your neck, spread your fingers open and move your wrist in different directions to feel where you can get relief for that tension. If you don't have so much tension, bring fingertips together to conserve your energy. Just reach through middle finger. Inhale from your belly button up to your heart. Exhale, lean the space back between heart and chin. Come out of the pose on this side, pick up right hand, place it on right side of your face. Inhale, lift your head up. Place your left hand down right where it goes. Then bring right hand out in front of you or twisting towards the thigh. So your sternum twists towards your left knee, left thigh. Inhale into your belly. Inflate your belly. Exhale, relax shoulders down. Bend your elbows. Inhale from belly up to heart. Exhale from heart to center of your forehead. Inhale, belly to heart. Exhale, your heart, its connection to your forehead. Twisting towards the foot. Bring right hand out to its original position. Left hand helps frame the left foot. Inhale, glide your chest forwards towards your left foot. Exhale, soften pressure in your forearms, your elbows, and your shoulders. Inhale, belly up to heart. Exhale from your heart up to center of forehead. Inhale, center of forehead into your heart. Exhale, heart down to belly. Walk your hands towards the front. Press the ground away to bring your torso up. Either half lotus, spinal twist, if you're familiar, or with legs crossed, spinal twist. Right hand onto left knee. Left hand either reaches back to grab thigh or foot, or back behind you. Inhale into belly, telescope ribs. Exhale, twist from your rib cage. So more than using your arms, use your rib cage, twisting towards the left to come into the twist. On your inhale, move your awareness from your belly through your heart up to center of forehead. And on your exhale, from center of forehead through your heart into your belly. Out of the pose, soften in your shoulders, bring your torso back to center. Change the cross of your legs, come into whichever position you'd like to be in on this side. So it can be shin over other thigh, or ankle over other thigh, or legs crossed. Bring left hand down, fingertips touching the ground, about 18 inches to the left of left hip, as far as they'll go. Inhale, reach right armpit up, reach right arm up. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale from belly up to center of heart. Exhale from center of heart to center of your hands. Inhale from center of your hands back to heart. Exhale, center of heart down to belly. Inhale, belly up to center of heart. Exhale, center of heart to center of hands. Inhale, center of hands back to heart. Exhale, neck release. Bring right hand hovering above the ground, off towards the right. Inhale from belly up to center of chest, telescope ribs. Exhale, create space between heart and your chin. Lean torso back. If you want to release extra tension, spread your fingers out in the right hand and move the wrist around. If you want to conserve energy, bring fingers together, reach out through right middle finger. Come out of the pose on this side. Bring your left hand up to left side of face. Inhale, lift torso and head up. Place your right hand down right where it is. Then left hand comes out in front of you. So that sternum turns towards right knee, right thigh. Inhale, telescope your ribs forwards. Exhale, relax chin to chest. Relax weight in the shoulders and elbows. Relax in your ankles. Twisting towards the other side. So walk your hands over towards the other side. Now sternum twisting towards foot or other knee. Inhale from belly up to heart. Exhale from heart to center of forehead. Straighten the angle of the back of your neck. Inhale from center forehead to heart. Exhale, center of heart down to belly. Full belly button. Trace that pathway over your next few breaths. Belly button all the way to third eye. Third eye back to belly button. Connecting these two areas, three areas of great discernment. Bring your hands back to center. Press your torso up. Either half lotus spinal twist or cross-legged spinal twist. Left hand onto right knee. Right hand behind you to grab foot, thigh, strap, or to rest on the ground. In this pose, trace that pathway from belly on inhale up to third eye. And exhale from third eye back to belly. Imagine breathing in and out from your belly button. Soften in the shoulders. Inhale, bring your torso back to center. Check which nostril is more open now. Or perhaps they're more even. Just notice. Have a few options here for a restorative pose. This is where you'll need pillows. One option is for legs up the wall. For legs up the wall, sit close to the wall. Then lean the legs up wall. Lay your torso back. To come out of this, roll off to one side. Another option is Baddha Konasana with support. So for this, I like to, just because of how these pillows are, fold them in half. Lay on the back. Place the pillows underneath the thighs. So they're totally supported. Third option is to come into a spinal twist with pillow between the thigh, and then the other pillow behind you, behind the torso, behind the shoulder, so that when you open, that shoulder is also supported. It's almost like you're cuddled in between the pillows. If you choose the spinal twist, I will tell you halfway through the pose so that you can switch. Choose one of these poses. If you would also like to choose one pose and then switch to another, you can do that halfway through as well. We will add in a pranayama practice to this pose you're in. The pranayama is to have your exhale twice as long as your inhale. So a ratio of 1 on inhale to 2 for exhale. The way I would recommend doing this is to count how long your inhale is, natural inhale, and exhale, double that. I personally find it very helpful to exhale through the mouth to slow my exhale down. Imagine breathing in and out through your belly button. The ratio of 1 inhale to twice as long exhale. We're halfway through the time in this pose if you would like to switch poses. Continue to breathe in and out through your belly. Exhale twice as long. Let this pose and your breathing become your sanctuary. Where everything inside you is welcome. And where any weight you've been holding, any burdens, go to soften. Take the next minute to change your position either to Shavasana, if you would like to stay there for longer after this practice, or to a seated meditation position. Take the next minute to come to one of those positions. Bring your awareness to center of your feet, the soles of the foot. To your ankles. The centers of your calf muscles. Your knees. Centers of your thighs. Both sides of your groin. Space in the very center of your pelvis. Belly button. Center of heart. The root of your throat near your collarbones. The center of this area. Shoulders. Elbows. Middle of your forearms. Center of your wrists. Center of the palms of your hand. Back to wrists. Center of your forearms. Elbows. Shoulders. Root of the center of your throat. The hinges of your jaw. Space below your ears. Space above your ears. Your temples. Center of your brow. Space where your hairline is or would be. Just above center of forehead. Back to center of your brow. you would like to stay in Shavasana, you are welcome to do so. If you would like to stay in meditation, you are welcome to do so. Thank you, thank you, thank you for dedicating your practice to yourself today. For creating this sanctuary for yourself, which you can always turn into whenever the world seems like a little too much. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.